A lot of attitude, ladies.
Yes, attitude.
What? Bitches on my dick. So what? It don't matter cause I'm steady counting. You can't even handle a bitch like me. Make my own money and I buy my own weed. Touch my wrist and your hand gon' freeze. Begging for the kitty on his hands and knees. Who you frontin' on? Come on, girl. I know you a rookie. You got some followers. So what? Do you want you a cookie? I got promoters throwing shows so they can say that they booked me. When I walk up in the mall, they be turning and look. What? It don't matter cause I'm steady counting up.
Hey, welcome! Wine Wednesday again in the beautiful month of May.
Yes.
We are back today with a sparkling red. Now, sometimes you want to get the red out, but it's middle of May and hot as balls outside. So reach for that sparkling red. Today we're going to teach you all about that.
It's going to be a little bit on the sweeter side, lower alcohol. Sparkling reds tend to have a lower alcohol content. You know what? If that's going to dissuade you, just hold on because we have some interesting things coming up. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting step into sparkling red. I don't think I've ever had a sparkling red before.
Yeah. I got into sparkling reds in Napa and I kind of really love them. With nobody. On my own time. But red sparkling wine gets a bad rep, or used to get a bad rep, for being kind of cheap, very sweet sparkling wine. But it's really evolved in you know, its character and its delivery, and I love it.
The process of making sparkling red wine is pretty much the exact same as making any sparkling white. So it goes through the same fermentation as a regular red wine would, with the skins and the seeds first, and then it gets that beautiful red hue, and then they take it out, ferment it again by adding yeast and sugar. And with a lot of sparkling reds, they ferment them in steel vessels because it is a neutral environment and they don't really want it to take on any of those woody, earthy, you know, flavors that you would get from oaking it. So that wine is then filtered and bottled, and it doesn't really have any contact with its lees, which are the dead yeast cells that come from the wine. And this makes this method really popular among winemakers because you really get the fruity aromas from the wine.
So there are 4 main types of sparkling red wine. The first one is going to be Blanc de Noirs, which means the white of the black. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? This is gonna be the white juice from the black grape. So basically that's just gonna mean that it's gonna still have that red kind of tinge to it because they're still getting contact from the skin. This type of wine is made with 100% either Pinot Noir or Pinot Meunier grapes. So 100%, which I find very interesting about sparkling red wine in general. They're very strict about
That it has to be 100%
the grapes,
of
yeah,
it.
it's like 100% of all of it has to be in it. It's very interesting. So the Blanc de Noirs is actually going to be the most expensive and the most sought after by wine collectors to be able to age them for a really long time. So this is going to be the type of sparkling red that you would age as opposed to the other ones, which are going to be enjoyed more on the younger side. Typically, this has flavors of red fruit, which, you know, with hints of sweet spice and brioche.
The next sparkling red varietal that we have for you guys is Lambrusco. And I actually haven't had one, but I've heard a lot of talk about her. And Lambrusco actually belongs to one of the oldest varietals that's native to Italy, grown in northern Italy. It has this really like vibrant, blue, dark purple. Like when I think of grapes, you know what I'm saying? It's that varietal.
Yes.
It's just that classic grape look.
You know, like a table grape.
You know, like a table grape. Today, the best types of this wine, of the best Lambruscos, are made typically on the drier and semi-sweet side. So they're not even taking it as sweet as they used to. And there's 10 type of Lambruscos that can be made, but there's 4 that are kind of really lauded in Italy. I'm gonna read them from the notes, okay? And bear in mind that I speak a bit of Spanish. The 4 highest quality of these 10 varietals that fall under Lambrusco are Lambrusco di Sobara, Lambrusco Maestri, Lambrusco Graspa Rosa, y Lambrusco Salamino. I'm very proud of myself, look at that.
It was very good.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. All right. Now the third, right? The third one, number 3. Yes, number 3.
Number 3.
Of the top 4 red sparkling varietals is Shiraz on that ass, or Syrah, as you know the regular world.
Syrah. Whatever will be, will be.
So Syrah is a grape varietal that is native to Rhone, France, but it is also very famously grown in New Zealand and Australia. Australia makes a banging Syrah. I don't know what they're cooking up over there, but they're doing it right. So this is one of those varietals that does lovely in a sparkling, and it's gonna be higher in tannins, acidity. It's gonna have a little bit more body than the other sparkling red. And much like the other varietals in this category, like Lambrusco, it is typically made from sweet to semi-dry. And sparkling Syrah usually has notes of cherry, licorice, spice, and brown sugar.
Okay, so the last sparkling red varietal is Brachetto de Acqui. And that is what we are drinking today. We're drinking a little Conchi Rosé. So Brachetto de Acqui, and any wines that are certified Brachetto de Acqui are 100% Brachetto grapes. So this is grown in Piedmont, Italy. Piedmont seems like a very
Piedmont,
American.
Oakland, California.
Brachetto grapes give this gorgeous red color that we're seeing. So obviously they're fermented first with the skins and the seeds and all of that, and that's where we get this gorge red color. And supposedly it pairs well with chocolates and other desserts, but we're about to find out.
The difference between a sparkling rosé and a sparkling red is rosés are actually made from white grape varietals, but they leave the skin in contact so it gets that nice pinky to kind of red color, where these are actual red varietals. They gonna get that color regardless, you know. So yeah.
Woo! So we have a very low alcohol content on this.
What is it?
It's almost not worth drinking.
What's that ABV?
We're at a 7% ABV.
I had a lot of tequila today, so that's okay.
Oh.
So, sparkling reds are best served chilled. Okay, honey? Just like a sparkling, you know, white, you gotta do it chilled.
Just like revenge, it's best served cold.
All right, shall we?
Cheers.
Cheers, ladies.
Now with sparklings, you don't get a lot on the nose. You know, it's jumping around in the glass. But this has that kind of a light berry smell to it.
I am getting a little bit of like rose water, a little bit of raspberry, but nothing too intense.
That's juice, baby. That's grape juice,
This is
baby.
heavily reminiscent of Barefoot. Listen, if it was bumped up in alcohol, 3%.
It's
I would be
delicious.
right there. But I think it's the how sweet it is. I mean, if this was at the end of my meal, I think.
Yeah.
With the heavily chocolate,
I need a dense chocolate cake.
dense chocolate cake.
Give me a chocolate lava.
At my last job, we actually did a cocktail with this Kochi sparkling, and I think, you know, it would probably work better in a, you know, a little sexy little cocktail or something.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm not trying to have glasses on glasses of this.
Yeah. But maybe one week we can delve into wine cocktails and see what's out there.
Yes.
Yeah? Let us know if you've tried any wine cocktails before. You know?
Yeah.
Do you guys know how to type Instagram comments?
This is the Wednesday after Mother's Day. Did you get your mother something, you piece of shit? Did you buy her a tree box? If not, well, don't worry. You can make it up still to both us and your mother. If you order our Made Treats, they're up now, okay? We have a lime coconut scone. You understand me? Giving you tropical senses.
Yes.
What else do we have, ladies?
We have those banana chocolate chip cream cheese stuffed muffins that are going to be even bigger in size. You know, they're not going to be mini, they're going to be a little bigger, okay?
Like a muffin, it's a muffin.
We have some mint chocolate chip cookies on there with a little bit of molten salt.
Y'all, those go crazy. You need a dozen of them and you need them now.
Yes.
Right now.
Right now. Like Genesis said, it's never too late to treat your mother, to treat yourself. Go buy those treats.
Yes.
gbdgirls.com. And as always, we do it for the girls, gays, and theys. Let us know what wine you're drinking, or if you're just drinking, baby. Cheers.